Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm coming at you with wet hair. So enjoy. Hope you enjoyed this. But this is the first week. Well, this is the first blog post for the month of June, and that is Victor's birth month. So I thought I'd kind of put all the Victor stuff I wanted to talk about, not spread it out all over the place, but put it here in June. And I'm also going to be trying out talking about products if that's something that you guys might be interested in. I'm not yet a sponsored blog. I don't have ads or anything like that yet. So this is all free. This is just stuff that I really care about and I want to share with you guys. So don't feel like Caitlin's just doing this because she's a sellout. No, I just really like these things. No one's paying me to do this. But I thought I'd talk about kind of Victor specific things, and my shirt, it's paper. It looks like a piece of paper. It's got like a red line and blue lines. It looks like a loose leaf piece of paper. I'm talking about books today, guys. Kids books specifically. I love reading to my kid. I love it so much. Big deal to me. Always has been a big deal for us. It's not like something we just picked up. I didn't do a lot of research before I had a kid about, reading to kids is good. I just like to read to my kid. So, but if you do some research about that, it's really good for kids to read to them. It's extremely good. So I'm going to highlight some books that I keep looking. It's almost all of his books. I almost took every book off the shelf, and it's a lot. Just because I like what we read to him so much, and we get him books for holidays. It's just like one of those commemorative things. It's easy for us to just pick up a book. When we went on our trip, I picked up a book. For Valentine's Day, I got him a book. For Christmas, we got him a few books. For Easter, we got him a few books. Just because I saw something and I wanted to get it for him, I got him a book. When I went out of town one time, I got him a book. It's just, so when I look at his books, I see those kind of memories or things that people have maybe gotten for us and how special that is. But I have some over here, and I'm going to share them with you, where I got them, kind of how much I paid for them. You can share this video. Please share this video with anybody you know that's a new parent, expectant parent, a godparent, a auntie, an uncle, a grandparent, somebody you know that has kids in their life and they need great books to read to them, or they're looking for something that's different, or maybe you're a parent, you're like, I love these books too. Share it with somebody you know that might be looking for something really great to read to kids. Also, disclaimer, I have one kid. I don't have a bunch of kids running around my house right now. Maybe someday, but not now. So this is just for one kid, and I have a little boy. So I don't have any like cool princess stories right now, but maybe next time. Maybe next time we do the baby thing, we'll get some princess stuff. I don't know. So I'm going to start with, I don't even know what to start with. I'll start with these two books. They are by the same lady. She makes great books. This first one is Snuggle Puppy. It's my favorite book. This one is very well loved. Very well loved. Ooh, goodness, I have to sneeze. Nope. Yep. No. Okay, went away. We love, there you go, there's the author's name. We love this book. We've had it since Victor was born, and it's been very well loved. One of the reasons we like it is the illustrations are simple, the stories are simple, and it's neat for us. This is a lot of memories connected to it because Victor has gone from just kind of passively looking at the book to recognizing that these are puppies, and that's their nose, and there's one of the other pages, there's a ball, and now he points out eggs. So we've gone from him being very, very little and not really recognizing things in this book to being much more grown up and picking things out, and it's just such a fun story to read. And this is another one of hers that we have. This one's a newer one, and I love it. It's so much fun to read. It's got a really great like rhythm to it. It's like a little song, and it's neat. Her stories are great. I love these books. The illustrations are wonderful. She's active on social media too. I believe on Facebook too. She's really, I'm a big fan of these books. They're fun. They're good to read. I got this one at TJ Maxx. I think on sale around Easter time. They had a bunch of their books on sale, so I bought like four, and a lot of them were like $4 or $5, but usually they're only about $6 or $7. I think they're great. I think they're wonderful. So those are two books that we love to read, and we read a lot. These books are, hey, I'm in the grocery store and I can get these for, like $4 or 5. Hand, finger, thumb. We read this one a lot. It kind of gives me a little bit the heebie-jeebies, though. I'm not gonna lie. Lots of monkeys. Monkeys kind of creep me out a little bit. But Victor loves this one a lot, so we like to read it. And we get he has a drum, and it's about monkeys drumming on drums. So we get his drum out and play. Then they've got Dr. Seuss's ABCs. You literally cannot go wrong with this. This book is so much fun to read. I kind of have a hard time reading it. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the made up words, I'm like, I have such a hard time with it. But this one is a lot of fun. Adam and I read it so much when Victor was little, we knew the entire thing. Like, we could recite the alphabet, the Dr. Seuss alphabet book, to Victor in the car when he was fussy, and he would settle. So, big A, little a, what begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator. A. Yeah, we like knew the whole thing. And then this one is the greatest book of all time. No, I'm exaggerating. Adam loves reading this one to Victor. Still, we've had these books since Victor was born, like real little, and Victor's almost 2. We still love this one. Mr. Brown, can you? It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It has to do with sounds, and I just think it's neat to have something like that. Again, these you can find. We've got these at the grocery store. So if you're at the grocery store, instead of like buying your kid another stuffed animal or something, buy them something that they're gonna be able to read and really enjoy for a couple bucks, and it'll settle them down in the grocery store. It works for our kids sometimes. I'm gonna do another set here. They're a bit bigger books. The first one was a gift to us, Little Blue Truck. This book, A+. This is so much fun to read. Beep, beep, beep. It's got a good moral to it about helping each other. It's got animals in it. It's got a dump truck in it. My kid is in love with that. It's got a toad. Toad said croak. And, the illustrations are fun. It's got colors. It's got rain when it rains. My son likes to point out, rainin'. Yeah, baby, it's raining. So we love this one. And this was given to us. It was just a gift, so I don't know where they got it. But Little Blue Truck has more. This was a Christmas gift we got for Victor. I don't usually like to spend a whole lot of money on just books. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on toys and things. But I did not mind. This was Christmas, and I'll talk about in other videos, like a little series about gift giving and kind of how we do it, but we don't buy a lot of gifts for Victor like Christmas time, and so this was a kind of a bit of a splurge. It's like $17, but it was at Target. Not a big deal. I buy a bunch of other things there too, and one of the reasons it was kind of expensive is it lights up. My kid loves lights. He loves Christmas. This was a great one, and he knows Little Blue Truck. Like, he recognizes it, and that, I think, is really, really good. So if you've got a good series, they continue to recognize that, and it's really a lot of fun. This has to do, you do a little bit of counting. This does some counting in it, and still has the animals again, and, what they say, like the goat, and the goat says ma, and they all get Christmas. They're wearing little hats and stuff for Christmas time. It's so cute. This was one of my favorite gifts that we got for Victor for Christmas. And then at Easter time, I found this at Michael's, the craft store. They have books, but I don't ever think, I should go to Michael's and pick up some books for my kid. You can't use their coupons on their books, though. I found that out. Not a big deal. This one doesn't light up, so it wasn't as expensive. But this is the only book that I have for Victor that has any kind of flap or something in it. Really kind of stressful for me to read to him. I won't lie to you, because I'm trying to read him the story and he just wants to open the flaps. But this does a little bit of counting again and has the animals, and all the animals in the springtime are having babies, so it's all their little babies, and it's so cute. so cute. It's just so cute. We love this one. It's just a fun story. And again, it's Little Blue Truck. It's continuing that repetition. Little Blue Truck has like 4, and we just don't have 2 of them. One of them's a Halloween book, and then one's Little Blue Truck Leads the Way. We don't really do Halloween stuff, so I don't know that we'll get that one, but Little Blue Truck Leads the Way, maybe we'll get down the road. This book, I'm just going to cut to literally the greatest book that we own. This one right here. There are a bunch of books like this. Like, the same company makes these books, and they have ones about animals and like first 100 words and all kinds of things like that. And I'm really angry at myself that I didn't get more of these books. I kind of didn't really think that he would care, but I really wish I had gotten more of them, and maybe I will. But this book, I'll probably have to, he uses it so much, it's getting torn up. We haven't owned it, we got it from Easter time, and it's only been a couple months, and this kid has torn this thing up. He just sits with it, he'll like hold it while he's watching TV. He loves this, and these books are just pictures and what the picture is. So it's not like a story. I think they're great for kids to just have something to look at, like for independent reading, even though he doesn't read right now. Not yet. He doesn't, but he still, we've gone over these things so he can look and he can turn the pages, and I hear him say, taxi, taxi, mommy, see, taxi. I'm like, bro, you don't even know what a taxi is. Thank you, that is a taxi. It's amazing, but this one goes everywhere with us. Not everywhere. It goes a lot of places with us because it is entertaining to him. It's very special to him. So these books might be a great option for, like, if you've got a couple of them for, like, your grandkids when they come over. And I think it keeps them busy and kind of quiet for a little while because they can look at the pictures, and it's just nice. I like these a lot. All right. So I like to get, I remember when we were first buying books for Victor, I wanted to get good topical things, like a book about alphabets, and like letters, and a book about numbers, and a book about, I need more books about cars and trucks probably, but books about sounds and color, and I wanted to get things like that, and I'm looking at, I think I was at Target one day, and I'm like, where are all the books about food? How come there are no books about food? What if I want to teach my kid about food? I know he's little, and I don't want to, like, teach heavy duty, like, let's learn about nutrition. But what about food? I look down, and here's this book, My Fridge. Yesterday, my kid says to me, fridge? My fridge? And brought this book to me. I said, who taught you that's a title? I didn't tell you that's a title. I bet his dad taught him. His dad teaches him all kinds of cool things. But this book is just a neat little book about what's in your fridge. Now, maybe you don't have all these things in your fridge. I don't always have orange juice in my fridge or yogurt. We almost always have cheese in our fridge. But it's neat because milk comes from cows. Cheese comes from milk. Hooray for cows. Anytime he sees eggs, he says, thank you, chicken. Because of this book. And it's just fun because it just goes over some things that might be in your fridge, like fruits and vegetables and proteins. It talks about meats. It talks about breads. So it goes over a little bit of something like that. And it looks like a little fridge, like little fridge magnets. It's a cute book. I got it at Target. I love it. And if you've noticed, most of these are board books. Like the cardboard type pages. They're great with little kids. They're harder for them to destroy and rip and eat. Oh, it just started raining. That's rain on my window unit. Okay. It feels really loud in my headphones. I hope it's not as loud on the recording. I just recently bought this book, and I believe I bought this at, I want to say I bought it at a local shop that had some kids' books. But I might have gotten it at, like, Barnes & Noble. I don't remember where I got this one, but I bought this for our trip. I wanted him to have some great fun stuff to do on the airplane, and I know he loves when we read to him, so I wanted to get a special new book for the trip so that he would have something he really, really enjoyed. Where Did Diggers Sleep at Night? And I read this book probably 10 times on our 5-day vacation or more, and I've read it like 10 times since then. And It's just where do all the different vehicles, where do the snow plows sleep at night, and it's a sweet, sweet, sweet story. And if you've got a little one that's into vehicles, this is a great book. Or you know someone who's got a kid who's really into vehicles right now, this is a sweet story. And they have another one called Where Do Steam Trains Sleep at Night. I've not seen that yet. I've not read it, but it's it's a sweet story. I don't even care. I'm like, where do diggers sleep at night? It's so cute. It's just such a cute story. This I bought at a Barnes and Noble when I was on a trip. Where's Your Hat, Abe Lincoln? I love history. I love history. And so I wasn't sure if he would like this, but he really thinks the story is so cute. And I think it's fun that it's history. So Abe Lincoln can't find his hat, and who can help him find it? And it goes over all these different people. Frederick Douglass is busy writing a book, so Frederick Douglass can't help him. And Clara Barton is busy nursing wounded soldiers, so she can't help him. And he's still looking, and he's still looking. He eventually finds his hat, and he gets on a train, and he goes and gives the Gettysburg Address, which is neat. Again, all history. So here's what's really cool. At the back of the book, there's a timeline, and there's each of the characters and kind of a little history about those characters and who they were and why they were important to the time frame that this story is kind of about. And I love that. So some of this is a bit beyond my almost 2-year-old, like learning about history in 1860 something. He doesn't care. He doesn't know what's going on. Civil War, what? Like, he doesn't know. But all the same, this is such a fun book. I think they have a few other ones too, like one about like George Washington and maybe Ben Franklin. I could be making that up, but I'm pretty sure they do. And I just thought it was neat to try, just a little taste of history to see if that's something he's going to really enjoy, because I love it and I get to share that love with him. I got this one as a Valentine's Day present for my little guy. It's so cute. It's about this little boy that hugs everything. He hugs people, and his hugs, every time I read it, it sounds like I'm doing like a spoken word poem. So I have a great time reading this book to Victor, and you can hug your kid when you're reading it to him and have a lot of fun and do different voices for oh, this is one of his favorite pages. He'll look at that and he says, "Oh no, spill milk," or he says cup. I'm like, that's a bottle, man. That's not just a cup. But you get to do funny voices for like the porcupine, and just he talks about pizza. The hug machine eats pizza, and I think it's fun to kind of be positive about good, positive touch. Like, hugging is good, and it's safe, and it's clean, and it's right, and it's hugs they make people feel good, and they make people feel valued and seen, and it's just such a cute little story. I thought it was fun for Valentine's Day when we got it. I'm just stacking these here. And the last two books, and it is really raining. The last two books I want to share are fun dad books, because Father's Day is coming up. And so if some of you are like, that's how you're going to announce to your partner that maybe you're pregnant or expecting, or maybe you want to get something from your little one to their daddy for Father's Day or something like that, there's this one by Jimmy Fallon. I love this story. This is also very well loved. It's been very well loved. We've had this one since Victor was very, very little. I think I got this for Adam's first Father's Day. And it's just about how, you're trying to get your kid to say dada, and then they don't. They just make noise. And so it's so cute. Jimmy Fallon also came out with another one that's about mamas, and I really want it in a board book form, but they've only had it in like a hardcover, like paper format that I've seen so far. So until they get a board book, I don't have the mama one, and I want the mama one. It's so cute. I've seen it in stores, and it's really cute. So this one's just sweet. Adam loves to read this one to Victor, has always. They have a great time together reading it. It's cute. I like to listen to them read that one. We don't always read that one as often now that Victor's a bit older, but he still really likes it. We still read it on occasion. And this is the last book that I'm going to talk about today. This book is one of the sweetest books I have probably ever read. Like, literally ever. I love this story so much. I couldn't wait till Father's Day to, like, give it to Adam. I just couldn't. And it's just so sweet. It's perfect for Victor because it's vehicles and his dad. And my son loves his daddy. He loves his dad. Wants to be like his daddy. It's so sweet. But I just think it's neat, the sentiment. Mighty dads, strong and tall, help their children young and small. They keep them safe and bolted tight and show them how to build things right. And I think the idea of, dads taking good care of their children and teaching them how to do things like they do and do things right. And I just think it's really special to have a really great book about a child's relationship with their dad, whether it's a little boy or a little girl. It doesn't matter. I think that's really, really special because you find a lot of books for real little kids about, oh, mommy, and, I love my mommy, and I like that. My son is very young still, and I'm still the nurturer, I'm still the comforter, but to find a book that really cultivates a really special relationship with their dad is just so special. So I wanted to leave that one at the end so you guys could think about that for Father's Day. Or maybe, maybe you have a son and they are a father. Maybe you could get this for them and just share it with them. It would be really sweet too. So guys, those are my books. That's where I've gotten them. That's kind of what I've spent on them. That's not all of them. I have some other ones I really, really love too, but I just don't want to spend all day gabbing about books. So, I hope this has sparked some really great thought for you guys about reading to your nieces or your nephews or or any godchildren that you might have, or even the kids at your church. Like maybe you work in the nursery or the preschool. Maybe you're like, we don't have enough books to read to them. Like, spend time. Or maybe you're a babysitter or a nanny and you just want some neat ideas of some different books that the kids might really enjoy. I'm excited to see how our journey with Victor and reading will continue to develop and grow as he begins to read. We're teaching him the alphabet, which is the code to unlock reading, and I'm really excited to see him start making connections, and it's been really, really neat. So some flashcards are probably in his future for all of that. But thanks for letting me talk about that. Next week, maybe I'm going to talk about toys. We have some cool stuff that we really enjoy, and I don't know, maybe that's what I'll talk about. But I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe if you want, in the comments, you could totally tell me your favorite kids book. Like maybe your favorite kids book when you were little, or your favorite book to read to your kids, or your nieces or nephews or grandkids or whatever. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and stay dry. It's raining. So have a great week. Bye, guys.